Okay, here are your select practice problems. All right, we're going to do problems 7, 9, and 11, and I'll go through these. I'm just going to keep this all in one video so to make it easier. All right, so the first thing I'm going to look at is with this one, right, is, at first when you look at it, you're kind of like, well, 27 is a cube number. 12 isn't really anything. M squared, no, okay. So it's kind of like, well, I'm not really sure this is anything special. So, but what I do recognize, hopefully, and I hope you recognize it as well, is that I can pull a 3 out of all 3 terms. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, well, that's the only thing I can pull out of all 3 terms, so I'm going to pull 3 out. So when I do that, I get 4m squared minus, and 36 divided by 3, right? So pretty much, guys, what we're doing is we're doing this, right? Is we're dividing everything by 3, right? 36 divided by 3 is 12m. And then 27 divided by 3 is 9. And then once you see that, hopefully, you see that, wait a minute, 4m squared is a square term, right? Because I can take the square root of that, and I can get 2m. And 9 is a square term, because square root of 9 is 3. So the thing is, if I multiply 2 times 3, 2m times 3, I get 6m. And if I double that, I get 12m, which is what we have here. So this is a perfect square trinomial. All right, so because it is a perfect square trinomial, right, I know how to factor that, right? So it's going to always be 2m, so it's going to be either a minus b or a plus b squared. And this one is minus because of what's going on here in front of the second term. So 2m minus 3 squared. And I was able to see all of that because I factored this 3 out first. All right, so that's where your brain needs to go, is can I factor something out first? All right, now in number 9, if you can try that logic, right? But they don't share any factors other than 1. 49, the factors of 49 are 1, 49, and 7. And 16 is 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. So nothing's really shared there. But 49 is a square number, 16 is a square number, and n squared is obviously a squared term as well. So we've got a difference of 2 squares here, right? So we've got 49 n squared, so we're going to take the square root of that. Well, the square root of 49 is just 7, and the square root of n squared is n. And then the square root of 16 is 4, okay? And so remember, for your difference of 2 squares, or difference of squares, as I usually call it, you have the a minus b, and then it's times the a plus b. All right, and that's what you got to remember. Because remember, these got to kind of be opposite so they can cancel each other out and get rid of that b term, right? Otherwise, if you had them both the same, you would have something that looks like what you got over here, right? A perfect square trinomial. So that's really the only difference between them. So, yeah, that's kind of what this looks like. Once you do that, this one's pretty straightforward. You just got numbers that are, you've got a number in front of your variable, and, it's not obvious immediately, but pretty quickly. All right, and then for 11, again, we are going to start by hopefully recognizing that, hey, 320 ends in a 0. That means I can take a 5 out of it. So I'm actually going to factor out -5. Okay, so I'm going to go -5, and then that's going to give me z cubed, and then we're going to have a minus now because this is positive. All right, and so then we're going to figure out what's 320 divided by 5. Okay, do everybody's favorite, the long division algorithm here. So I'm going to go 6, right, 30, and then 20. So we get 64. Right, which is awesome because 64, I know, is a cube number. If we go back and we look at our list of cube numbers here, there it is right here, right? It's 4. The cube root of 64 is 4. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cube root of both of these, just so I have them. So the cube root of z cubed is z, and the cube root of 64 is 4. All right? And so now, if we remember the way our difference of cubes works, right, is it's a minus b, right? So because it's the one with the minus sign, so we do z minus 4. All right, then it's a squared. Well, a is z, so z squared. and then and then you have b squared on the end. Well, 4 squared is 16, so we're going to have plus 16. And then because this was minus, this one's going to be positive. And you just multiply 4 times z, and that's what your term is. So we're going to have plus 4z, and that's it. That's all we got to do. And again, we were able to see all that because we factored out that -5 first. All right, so hope these go well for you. Just you know, try different things and don't give up. And you know, sooner or later you'll find something that works. All right, thanks for watching.